What is up, everybody? Welcome to Perspective Gaming. I'm your host, Flame078, logging in from the real world to give you perspective. Welcome to my Top 5 series, a series where I give you 5 things about, well, pretty much anything, really. Today I want to talk about CodeName Savage, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds new map. What does this new map bring to the table, and what should you be expecting from it? Well, here are 5 things I think this map does to up the ante in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Let's get to it. So, well, you probably have already seen from the notes and watched your favorite streamer, but this map is very tropical. Welcome to the forest, ladies and gentlemen, which is awesome. The map is a 4x4, which is a nice, welcomed addition to the 8x8 maps that we're used to. With a smaller map means everything's a lot more condensed, there's a lot more buildings around, and it's pretty fast to travel from one end to the other. I mean, 4x4 is still very big, but compared to what we're used to, it's a nice change of pace. Like I said, the map has a ton of buildings that are pretty close in proximity, which is good for players who always like avoiding those big towns and just kind of hit the little smaller areas to get their loot. So those kinds of players, you're going to be in for a treat. And running around the map is pretty fun, going up down the hills, through the rice fields, going through the jet skis. And with that, it really does change the way you kind of traverse the map. Say you run through the rice fields, you'll slow down significantly. Which is good to know because if you're in a firefight or trying to escape someone, it's good to know if you need to avoid those rice fields because you'll get caught and get shot up real quick. So with a smaller map, you would expect to see action faster, more frequently, right? Yeah and no. For you passive players who like to play the edge game, then the game doesn't really change for you much. You'll still be able to play the end game, be kind of on your own, and make it to the top 15, top 20 with minor skirmishes here and there. If anything, your chances of running into a skirmish are higher because the map is smaller, but they're not going to be as frequent if you're a smart player. And if you're an aggressive player, then yeah, you'll definitely get a lot more first fights for sure, depending on where you land. But then you'll be kind of just waiting for everyone to get into the circle, so same kind of thing that happens on the other maps. The real change that I see that this map provides is the fact that you're always checking your environment for enemies. All the buildings, all the hills, it leaves a lot of room for people to come up and sneak up on you pretty fast. So you'll be having some pretty intense fights. So I can't verify if this is just the forest map specific settings or if these settings are going to be transitioned over to Miramar and Erangel, but you can find loot like crazy. Every first drop I pretty much had, I've ended up strapped up with things I needed right off the bat. AR, either a sniper or another AR, a submachine gun, backpack, gear, meds, the works. And if I survive the encounters, then pretty much I'm good to go. So that little eerie feeling that you're looting for a long time kind of goes away because you can just find it in a matter of minutes versus the length of time it took to really feel strapped up in the other maps. What this also does is now those first fights when you're trying to get the jump on someone, the chances of them being unprepared get dramatically reduced because now instead of them probably having a shotgun while you have a scar, most likely or not both of you are going to have assault weapons and now it becomes skill rather than luck, which is a nice change. I also have to point out that the coastal areas have never treated me wrong, so if you like playing the edge game, you're going to be very much pleased with these little areas. Just a pro tip. So the circle has also had its fair share of updates in this map as well. But like I said, I'm not entirely too sure if it's just specific for this map or they're going to be transitioning that to the other maps. I don't think so, but who knows. With the rounds being reduced, it kind of cuts down the average game time from 30 minutes or so to about 20-ish minutes or so, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is considering the length of stages of a game go, meaning the looting, the running, the getting into the end game. Those have been expedited, so you'll feel like the game's going faster. And if you're an average player who can pretty easily get to mid game, it'll go by quick. So like if you make it from 100 to say 30 to 20 players, you'll probably be ending games a lot faster than that, so you can just go in and jump back down, which is good. But with the faster round times, one needs to adjust to the circle timing. Each round is about halved or so I've made the mistake plenty of times of losing track of where the line is or when the next line is going to move, and I got caught or been running away from the blue line a lot. So another pro tip, pay attention to the circle. Now, more action is definitely a good thing, but like I said, you can be pretty passive if you want on this map. But one thing that I really like that changes up the game from the other maps is the sense of enemies everywhere. With the hills and many of the towns, you'll definitely have to be aware of where you're going and where you're looking constantly. You'll be getting into fights with one person, and all of a sudden you'll be getting flanked from like top of the hill or behind you. And that leads for a really good sense of firefights, especially in squad. And if you survive those heavy intense engagements, you'll feel very satisfied. And that creates a sensation that you're never really safe. On the other maps, if you play the edge game, for example, which sometimes I do, I can run into no one for a good 15 minutes, not seeing anyone and just running around carefree, looting on my own. Here, I feel just because the map is smaller, you can get outmaneuvered pretty fast. Like I landed at boot camp and say moved up north pretty far away from the circle, and I thought I was clear, and the next thing I know a team flanks me from up north even though no one landed north of us. So it just creates a sensation that you feel like someone's always around you, much more so than Erangel or Miramar. So yeah, there it is. These are my top 5 things that this new map brings to the table to up the ante for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I am personally excited, and I think this map brings exciting and welcome change to the game. I hope some of the changes that can be applied universally get applied universally, but we'll have to see how it goes when it's finally released. Were you able to give the new map a try? If so, what did you think? Hoping this new map is coming out soon? Let me know all that in the comment section down below, and let's get perspective. If you like this video, please hit that like button and share it around. I would greatly appreciate that. And check out my other videos. And if you like the content I put here, please hit that subscribe button to get more. I have a set schedule of trying to release new videos every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Obviously, it's not Thursday or Tuesday, so please follow me on Twitter as well to get updates if my videos will be delayed and anything else related to gaming and just my thoughts. That will be the best way to know for sure. This is Perspective Gaming. I'm your host, Flame078, logging off for now, and until next time, adios!